Hi everyone, I wanted to come on here and update you as to what's been happening with our recruitment program for starting strength gyms, in particular for starting strength coaches. Since releasing my podcast with Mark Ripito called Careers in the New Fitness Industry, we've had a tremendous amount of inquiries and a big response to the podcast. I guess we really hit a nerve with many of you who have been on the fence about becoming a starting strength coach or pursuing your career in barbell training and in getting people strong. Many people have been put out of work in the industry because it's been impacted by government regulations, which have limited capacity, shut down many commercial gyms, shut down many mom and pop facilities, as well as strength and conditioning places that were supposed to be hiring kids coming out of college. A lot of trainers have lost their jobs, and they've noticed that they don't really have a specialty. And so we're here to show you that there's an avenue, not just to an apprenticeship, not just to achieve a credential that is sought after in the industry, but to actually land a job if you're the best of the best in a starting strength gym. My goal here is to come on every week or two and give you an update as to what's happening for starting strength gyms. I'll be doing interviews with the franchise owners, with the coaches that you'll be following, with prep course instructors, so I can paint you a big picture and show you really what this process is all about. Today, I'll be answering a lot of your questions that I get on Instagram, questions that you've emailed to me directly, and a lot of the common questions that I get, so that hopefully I can put a lot of your concerns at ease, tell you where you can start, what you should and shouldn't do, and what the process is going to be like. So the first thing I want to say is that if you have really felt passionate about getting people stronger, this is going to be the best way for you to do it, but it's not going to be the easiest way. Starting strength credentials cannot be purchased by a weekend seminar. This is something that you have to really work on for a long period of time. Not only do you yourself have to do the training program and go through the novice linear progression, but you have to put other people through it. You have to learn the methodology. And we have streamlined this whole education process by creating an online prep course that's available to you that you can do in half a year. You can complete the prep course if you're really working hard at it, and it'll help you become more successful in passing the platform exam and oral exams. It will set you up for success. So unless you're extremely motivated and totally dedicated to this, don't bother doing it. If you think this is going to be a credential that you can purchase on the weekend, you can turn off the video right now. Otherwise, if you want to make a difference in people's lives, you want to get them strong, you want to improve their quality of life as well as your own, then this is the path for you. There's never been a better time to become a starting strength coach than right now. Starting strength gyms are growing. We have interest in gyms coming to us every week. We have gyms opening up every month and signing gyms all over the U.S. It's an exciting time to be a starting strength coach, and in particular, a starting strength coach at a gym. There are opportunities for apprenticeships as well as opportunities for lead coach positions, and I'm here to help you through the process. So I'm going to start by answering some of your questions and then go over a couple of general things at the end. Okay. Ina, I live in California and I'm having a hard time getting clients to practice with because of COVID. Can I get an apprenticeship position without experience? Yeah, man, California is real tough. We know a lot of people that are struggling to coach clients because their gyms are closed, because people are hesitant to come in and work out. However, the good news is we are opening a gym in LA. That is in the works right now. So if you have no experience, you would qualify as a level 0 apprentice. And that just means that you're new to starting strength, you're new to the fitness industry, or maybe you're a veteran of the fitness industry, but you've never dabbled in starting strength, you haven't trained in it yourself, you haven't read the book, you really don't have any experience, but you have a lot of interest. And so yes, an apprenticeship is possible where you would follow a starting strength coach and other apprentices that are level 2, 3, and that's where you will gain your experience. The goal is to get you into a starting strength gym so that you can get those hours and get that following hours and practical. I see that you have an online questionnaire. Do you want me to fill it out? Yeah, fill it out. The online questionnaire is how you get to me. It collects your information and I get a real little snapshot of what your experience is, what kind of training you've done, and where you are in the process so that I can better advise you. I'm coaching one person so far, and I'm obviously trying to get more. Obviously. Do you think one person is enough for me to sign up for the prep course, or do I need a few more? One person is not enough to sign up for the prep course. I understand that a lot of people are limited with who they can coach right now, but one person isn't enough for you to develop your coach's eye. You really have to practice this method on a lot of people. So try to get a handful of people, coach your grandmother, your mother, your father, your niece, your nephew. I know not everyone's going to be into it, but just tell them that you need it for practice. Maybe they will help you out. I have no experience and I have only spent a short amount of time reading the Blue Book and have only just begun lifting myself. The question is, for a person starting totally from scratch, what is the very first step I should take? I want to work with you in the future. Well, we want to work with you too if you've taken the following steps. You've done your novice linear progression. You've read the Blue Book twice. You've read practical programming twice. You've started coaching other people. And you know that this is the best way to get strong for you and your clients. And you're dedicated to figuring out the right way to do this. And you want to become a starting strength coach. And that's your mission. Then you're the right fit for us. Next step, get the novice linear progression done yourself. Start coaching other people. Read the book. I heard your podcast today with Rip, and I feel like it was specifically directed to me, and you got me fired up. I'm going to sign up for the prep course. What's it like? Hey, we're fired up too. And yeah, the prep course is a series of modules, about 23 modules, and these are all learning modules. So you might have some, writing assignments, videos. You'll be watching videos, you'll be reading articles. It's a very comprehensive course, and it all starts with basics and builds on itself so that you can have a very thorough learning experience. So you'll start with basics, and you'll start with one module and maybe complete one every 2 weeks, and you'll go from there. So it's an online training course. You'll be able to have a community on Slack that you'll be able to reference. You'll share your videos there, your clients' videos, and get feedback from other trainees and other students in that course. It's very interactive, and this isn't just about checking the box and saying you passed. This is very specifically to aid your learning, to help you pass the exams and to achieve your starting strength credential. So this is all designed to streamline that process for you. What does this process require time-wise? I've been coaching the starting strength method myself for a few years. I don't have much coaching experience, but I do read the books and have been to one of the seminars. How much time do I need to study? Well, I'm glad you've been to the seminar, so now you really have a sneak peek into what the course is like. The seminar is a condensed version of some of the things that you'll be learning. It's a big overview. I would say that you need about 3 college credit hours. That's what it would equate to, like taking a college course, 3-credit college course. I would suggest that you have to study a few hours every day. A lot of people find that to be very intimidating, but I'm thinking this is going to be your new career and something you're passionate about. So as much time as you can devote to it as possible, but imagine that you're taking a college course. Do you have any recommendations which can be beneficial for me to succeed on the course and become more interesting for starting strength gyms to hire me? So my biggest recommendation to everyone that I speak to is that you should get as many clients and as much coaching experience as you can. The more people that you see move, the better. You have to develop your coach's eye, and that will come with practice. I know about the SS program, but I think Starting Strength should consider taking some ideas that work from other powerlifting sources. Can I integrate my own warm-ups that have been working for my clients for years into the 5x3 Starting Strength model? No. You cannot implement your ideas into the Starting Strength model because then it wouldn't be the Starting Strength model. This model has been tested and refined over 40 years, if not more, by Mark Ripito. It's been taught at many seminars. It's been reviewed by many coaches and has had a lot of revisions, including the book itself. And so we have really refined it to specifically achieve the goals we want, which is becoming stronger using the novice linear progression. If we allowed you to start implementing your method, it would not be the starting strength method, and then it would pollute the results. So, of course, we're open to learning from everyone who has input, many coaches when they see things, and if we find ways that we can improve upon the method, we do. But when you are a trainee and of the starting strength method and you're in the course itself, you have to adhere to the model as it was designed. If you start putting in your exercises, your warm-ups, then it will affect the results, and it will not be the starting strength method. People are seeking out specifically coaches who can coach this method, who understand its programming, and who can yield the results that starting strength does. So I suggest that you stick to the method strictly. Of course, we have clients who require additional warm-up, maybe an extra set with a bar. We have people who have special criteria that we have to follow if they have injuries, if they're seniors. Of course, there might be some deviations, but in general, we adhere to the model, we adhere to the rules of the warm-ups, and we don't fatigue people with warm-ups. I'm not really sure what you want to implement. It's great that it was working for you. I don't really know what criteria you're basing things on and what the evaluation is, meaning what is the thing that's working. But for us, we want you at this point to forget everything you're doing, strictly study this model, become proficient in it, become a starting strength coach, an expert in this, and then we can talk about other things that you think should have been changed. Can you please tell me what other gyms you plan to open in the near future? Any plans to expand outside the U.S.? We do not have plans to expand outside the U.S. There are affiliate gyms. They are not starting strength franchise gyms, but they are outside the U.S. But at this time, we have Austin, Dallas, Houston, Denver. We have gyms in the works. We have contracts signed and gyms getting ready to get open all over the U.S. In Boston, Chicago, Los Angeles, Vancouver, Boise, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Cincinnati, Memphis, Tennessee. And people ask me all the time, what cities would you come to? What cities are you looking into? So the highest potential cities that we'd approve without much deliberation are Atlanta, Nashville, Charlotte, Raleigh, Orlando, Tampa, Miami, Las Vegas, Columbus, Kansas City, Louisville, Indianapolis, Virginia Beach. Are you taking notes? Ann Arbor, Pittsburgh, Madison, Jacksonville. So these are the cities we are considering at the present time. And those are the cities that we're open in now or getting ready to build in right now. It's a very exciting time for starting strength gyms, and we're thrilled to be making such progress. I guess my main question is specifically how much coaching with how many people do I need to have access to in order to get started in the course? Do I need to be able to coach 2 to 3 people in all the lifts, once or twice a week? Do I need to do all 3 lifts? Does my lifter have to do 1 lift a day? Is that enough? Do I have to get them all through the LP? Okay, that was a lot of questions. Here's the deal. You need to get a bunch of people. You need to coach them. You need to apply the model to them. They have to go through the novice linear progression. You have to have some clients who are intermediate trainees. You have to have applied this method, watch them move according to this model, develop your coach's eye, train as many people as you can, and get them through their NLP. In terms of doing 1 lift here or there, that's not going to serve you or serve them. If they're novices, you've got to be doing all 3 lifts 3 times a week. Really do the program. I'm hesitant to start online coaching course as I've read that active coaching assignments are required and I do not currently have any potential lifters. What is your recommendation? Correct. Do not sign up for the prep course unless you yourself have a large group of trainees. How many? If you have 5 to 10 trainees, that would be a good start. So you could start with a handful of trainees before you start the prep course. What's the difference between a level 1 apprentice and a level 2 coach? Level 1, first of all, is an apprentice, and that means that this is a person who is not a level 0, meaning they have some experience. They've gone through the NLP, they've read the book, they started training people, and they're thinking about joining the prep course. A level 2 person is somebody who's already getting ready to test out, who's been coaching people, who can get anyone moving in line with the model. A level 1 person still can't get everyone moving in line with the model, still needs to follow, still needs more experience. A level 2 person is getting ready to test out on the platform or has tested out and passed the platform exam and can get people moving in line with the model. So a level 2 coach would be preparing next phase for his oral exam. A level 1 apprentice still needs experience following and coaching people. Would I be an acceptable candidate for an apprenticeship, or how would I make it possible for you to assess that over email? And if I would, do you pay the greenest apprentice who knows really nothing about actual coaching a salary, or does that come later down the line? So you're right, I cannot evaluate you through email. That's why we have a questionnaire that you have to fill out that has very specific questions that lets me know where you are in the process. And then when necessary, we hop on a phone call and I spend about 30 minutes talking to you about your training history, and we choose the right path for you depending on where you are in the process. In terms of paying you, you do not receive a salary as an apprentice until you've been hired by the gym. If you don't know anything and you're level 0, you will just be observing. Would I be an acceptable candidate for an apprenticeship? Here. I'm a big fan of Starting Strength. Do you need any volunteers? Yeah, I'm sure the gyms need volunteers. I'm not sure for what, but I'll ask the guys. Are you opening a gym in Canada? No. Are you opening Starting Strength in Europe? No, but there are affiliate gyms overseas. You can find them on startingstrength.com. Check out our directory. Do I have to read the whole book before I start lifting? You should read about all the big lifts, because otherwise how are you going to know how to do them? You should watch all the videos on the main lift, the squat, the press, the bench press, the deadlift, the power clean. Know how to do them. Read that part of the book. If you want to skip the assistance exercises for now in the back of the book, hey, that's cool with me. Focus on the big lifts, start doing them, and then in the book you'll have troubleshooting sections. So yes, you should read first, watch the videos first, because then how are you going to know how to do it if you don't, right? Is Rip going to be there when I test for the platform exam? I'm a little scared of him. Yes, Rip is going to be at Wichita Falls at the Starting Strength seminars. It's exciting that it's in his gym. You get to see really where everything originated. And Rip will be coaching the lifters around the room when they're ready with their last set. He'll also be there when you're being evaluated, so you better step up. Now, is Rip scary? Sometimes, but it could be fun too. Can I start the course without clients? Nope. Worth repeating. The best pitch I've heard for an industry I've been working in for past 25 years has been your podcast. Thanks for being a voice of reason in these crazy times. You're welcome. I am grateful to be working in a company full of people who are dedicated, who are rational, who are strong and capable and courageous. It is a breath of fresh air. What kind of college degree or education do I need to become a coach? We recommend that you have basic sciences. So if you're in college, you'll want to have a background in some biology, physics, physiology. You want to make sure that you have anatomy, some basic sciences. Now, if you don't, you can always purchase books on these and programs and fill in your studies that way. You can always get some books that are recommended on Starting Strength for you to review, but a college background in sciences is very helpful. Is there an internship for international students? International students can sign up for the prep course, and they can certainly ask for some follow hours and some apprenticeship hours at our affiliate gyms overseas, but currently you have to do your apprenticeship if you want to be a Starting Strength coach at a gym at one of our gyms in the US. What's the difference between level 3 and level 4 coach? A level 3 has passed the platform, but has not achieved his SSC yet. A level 4 is a SSC who has less than 1 year of experience coaching, has had the credential for less than a year. So a level 3 has not yet passed through the examination process, has not yet achieved the starting strength credential, but has a lot of experience coaching and is able to get people to move using the model. So that is the difference. Now there is a level 5, and that's a starting strength coach who has more than a year experience and is able to oversee apprentices and lead coach development. I'm overweight, I've been up and down in my lifting, I don't know where to start, and I don't want to embarrass you guys. I don't think you're going to embarrass me if you attempt to achieve your starting strength credential while you are not really lifting. Overweight is something that you can resolve in the kitchen by eating better, but what I recommend really is that you start training. Do the novice linear progression. You know what you're supposed to do. Go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 lifts a day. And I'm sure that will help you a lot with your weight gain because as you increase your strength, you'll burn more calories and you'll obviously be in the groove. So get your nutrition tight. Make sure that you're feeding recovery and start training. So if you don't want to embarrass yourself, whatever that means to you, do the right thing. Am I guaranteed a coaching position if I'm in the prep course? So no, there are no guarantees in life, and the coach prep course is there to help you develop yourself personally and as a coach, for you to gain experience and knowledge and to help you be set up for success when taking these examinations. We exclusively choose our candidates from the prep course because we know that if you're in the prep course, you're dedicated and that your process has been streamlined for you and that you're more likely to pass and be successful because you're being educated by starting strength coaches. So it's not a guarantee, but if you're ambitious and you're doing the right thing in the prep course and you're in the apprenticeship, you'll be set up for success and you'll be a valuable candidate. Does the prep course require you to know physics? Will I have to study daily? And what kind of mistakes will I make what mistakes can I make before being thrown out of the prep course? Okay. If you make mistakes and you don't pass one of the modules, you will be asked to redo them. We won't let you go to the next module if you don't understand the previous one or if you fail at one of the assignments. Now, making mistakes is part of life. That's how you learn. We're not going to throw you out unless you're like totally being a dipshit. I don't expect that you will be. So I think that you should spend a significant amount of time studying. And if you're going to sign up for the prep course, make the commitment, make that a priority. Making mistakes is part of life. We'll forgive you for those. What is the oral exam? The oral board is there to evaluate your ability to explain the model. So you will be on a call with a few starting strength coaches who will have programming discussions with you, who will discuss the model with you, the method, and who will make sure that you're able to have a fully knowledgeable discussion about the starting strength method, that you know what you're talking about, and this will help prepare you for speaking with your clients' physical therapists and their doctors. So the oral review is exactly what it sounds like. The oral board, you'll get on the phone and you will have discussions about the things that you've learned and you've accumulated in your knowledge in the prep course and in your apprenticeship. And really that's what the apprenticeship and the prep course prepares you for. The oral board is the last step before achieving your starting strength credential. And sometimes people find that it's the most nerve-wracking because you have to speak about this and you're kind of, on the spot. So make sure that you know your material. So that's it for today. If you have more questions, I want you to submit them to ina@startingstrengthgyms.com, or you can find me on Instagram at Ina Koppel. Now remember, This process is designed for you. It's there so that you who wants to be a starting strength coach, who wants to get people stronger, and this is their passion in life. This is the streamlined process to help you. But now more than ever, there's more motivation to become a coach because we are now offering you a position, an apprenticeship, and a position as a head coach in a starting strength gym. Should you make it through the process, should you show us that you're the best of the best, there are dozens of starting strength gyms that will be opening all over the country. Our goal is to have 100 gyms in 5 years. And if you're going through the prep course and you become a starting strength coach and you're in our system, we will be choosing the best of the best, and now you actually have a direct, clear path to a career. Never before has there been a greater opportunity for starting strength coaches. The starting strength credential is highly sought after. Every starting strength gym works as a career development center. You have an opportunity to follow starting strength coaches, to be in our apprenticeship, and no, you are not going to be running around getting us coffee. We don't want people in the gyms who are just standing around. It is a learning environment. We have seminars, we have coach development camps, we have single lift camps. There are plenty of learning opportunities. And once you're in the system, you will benefit greatly, not only your personal training, but also your trainees. You'll gain the experience you need to become a starting strength coach, and then an opportunity to land a job at a starting strength gym, which is very, very, very sought after right now. So you have to do your best. We're looking for people who are determined, who are serious, and who understand the value of being strong. Barbell training, and specifically the starting strength method, and training to be strong is essential, and we've certainly learned that this year. There's no better time to become a starting strength coach than right now. So I'll see you next time. I'll be answering some of your questions, and I'll be bringing you interviews with people who are in the starting strength franchise who can help give you a bigger picture as to all the opportunities available to you and the process behind it. Bye for now.